Let's get right to this. This is another edition of the NFI podcast. I'm your host, Chris Crossover. With me, as always, the crew, Marsh, rap yapper extraordinaire. You can follow him on all socials. That dude, Marsh. To his right is Marie, aka Marie Media, MMG, providing behind-the-scenes research and also up-to-date, real-time details on all the topics that we speak about. So let's get right into it. The Benito Bowl. We're a week removed from the Benito Bowl, but it's a pretty hot topic. And
Que vi tira más fotos de cuando.
yeah, so everybody's speaking about it, but not the NFI. So this is your chance to really listen to the crew speak about it. I'll start with you, Marie. Initial thoughts on everything. Break it down. You are a resident Dominican. I'll get that right. Dominican.
I got Puerto Rican in me, but but for Benito, I'll be Puerto Rican right now for y'all.
Of course.
That man is phenomenal. That performance was everything. It was everything that we needed right now. Us Latinos, with everything that's going on with us, that's exactly what we needed. And he executed that beautifully.
Break down what you thought about the whole set and him bringing to life visually the culture of Puerto Rico. What did you think about that?
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't even just Puerto Rico as well. Like, he brought in the culture from New York. Like, he showed them everything. Like, even down to like the little details of the little kids sleeping on the chairs in the party. Like, he really was out here like showing us like Latino, like how we are, like how we live, like day to day. I thought the love story in the performance was absolutely gorgeous. Like, I think they really did get married, they said, or something like that. I don't know, but that was really beautiful. Like, really to show like his speeches and everything, like climbing up the poles, the leaves from like Puerto Rico and shit like that. Everything was like phenomenal. I didn't really like that little gay scene that they had, but it is what it is. I mean, whatever. That particularly, I could have done without it, but I thought even down to his outfit, like he just did everything perfect. Like, and then bringing out all the flags, so all the Latino, like, yeah.
What do you think about the appearances of Ricky Martin, Lady Gaga?
At first I was like, why is Lady Gaga even here? Like, I'm not gonna lie, but it was good because it was like her support, and she's still from New York too, so like that was like perfect for her to be there as well. Like, but Ricky Martin, that was phenomenal. Like, I was screaming. I was like, that's not fucking Ricky.
I was like, is that Ricky?
He looked phenomenal. He looked good.
I'm not gay, but the man looked great. He's definitely drinking from the cup of life. He made the song and he's drinking from it
and it was and it was like the fact like how he brought like real Latino business people in his performance. Like, he was just repping us to the T. Like, he was like, listen, y'all didn't want this because it was Latin and it's not in English, but I'm gonna make y'all dance to it because like it was so perfect. Like, it really showed how much detail and thought of thinking that they put into this. They weren't just like, let me just have a good time and that's it. Like, let me sing my songs and be done. Like, he really, really put his best foot forward. And Benito, I love you for that because that shit is phenomenal.
Well said. Marsh, I'll go to you. Resident Puerto Rican as well. Tell us what you thought.
I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I felt like I was in the Heights, you know what I'm saying, or some spot in the Bronx, one of those bars or clubs or whatever. The music was popping. I ain't going front. I was really entertained by the music. It didn't matter that I didn't understand what he was saying. And then the aesthetic where he came out in the cornfields, and like you said, Marie, the thing when he did New York and, all of that, the light pole thing. Then at the end when he came out, repping all of the countries, he said all of the countries and stuff like that. I think he even said Jamaica too. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, to me it was one of the top 3 best Super Bowl moments ever. Not just because of the performance, but because of the message.
I felt like it was like the same thing as like when Beyonce did it with Bruno Mars. Like,
what do you mean when she did the thing with the parade?
When she did the Super Bowl with like, because everybody felt like that was a great black moment, and I felt like this was a great Latino moment. Like,
I was just saying the Super Bowl moment, period. This is up there for me with like.
But that was one of the highest Super Bowl performances.
Yeah, he's crept into the top 5 already, top 3. I think. So.
And
is it better than Kendrick's, Marsh?
Absolutely.
Honestly, if I'm keeping it 100, I didn't even watch Kendrick's.
I thought that his message was better executed than Kendrick's. It seemed like there were more people engaged with Bad Bunny than they was Kendrick.
I think it was like Kendrick. It was just like everybody was just trying to see if he was going to play that song. For real.
Yeah. I think I had a lot of anticipation behind it.
Yeah, because other than that, I mean, I didn't see it, so I don't even know what else songs he plays. All I remember was like Serena being there, and like they made me like, oh my god. But other than that, I didn't see anybody like, oh, they'll make it fun of his pants. Other than that, like it wasn't really nothing.
It was a lot more hoopla, and I guess and again there was a message that was supposed to be associated with everything, but it was too much going on. This was, like I said, with everything that's going on in the country now, and then leading up to the Super Bowl, like the anticipation and the conversation that was going on surrounding him even performing. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, I mean. Like I said, anybody who didn't like it, you're a hater. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you didn't speak English, speak Spanish. Like, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter to me that he wasn't speaking English.
Facts. I had my white friends at work singing that shit. Like, they didn't even know. They were just humming it. I was like, yeah, All right, let's ask Chris, because I feel like he got something to say. He's like,
I watched this performance looking for things to judge it, but I can absolutely say that he did an amazing job. Like, to see what he accomplished in like just 13 minutes of performance time was like insane. The amount of stuff he fit into that, just visually, the cornfields, the street vendors, the piraguas that brought me back to getting piraguas at the park. the actual lady business owner of that bar, that's a real bar that he's
in
promoting.
Brooklyn or Williamsburg.
So the things that he did, like giving the Grammy to his young self, like that was beautiful. Ricky Martin, doing research after it, he was pretty much singing about the electrical issues that they're having. That's what the light poles, the electricity poles represented. And Lady Gaga, I like how she was singing in English, but to the Spanish sound. So she made it fit within the culture of the sound. And I like how Bad Bunny said, "Oh, well, this is what you want, everybody." Like he really led that to that part of the show. And I like how he eloquently, like he didn't mudsling, he didn't say anything politically that was like mudslinging, like fuck ICE. Like he had a beautiful message that represented unity of all Latin America and America. And he also said, at the end, the big banner was like, only thing stronger than hate is love. So I have absolutely nothing bad to say other than I was blind for that 1 second. I saw what I saw, but I can say that like it was an amazing performance. 13 and a half minutes, like just amazing stuff. So Benito will like much respect. And he transcends the language for me. I didn't understand the lyrics, but you felt it. You feel the stuff. Like you're watching it, and anybody who don't understand English, Spanish, he painted the perfect picture, and he created a vibe for everybody to enjoy, and he did amazing. So shout out to Bad Bunny on that.
There were some people who were saying like online, like not just MAGA people, but there were some people that were like questioning, well, why would you have somebody? Because remember we spoke about that a while back. Why would you have somebody who don't speak English? It doesn't connect with the broader audience. I think that we got to see for ourselves that it actually did. Like, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I guess it's an entitled thing. Like we're in America, and people in the stadium and around the world, they're just thinking like, yo, bring me the hits, bring me somebody that's going to be English and do what you do every year. And they kind of went the opposite direction, and it was a perfect moment for him to put on for the culture and just wow everybody, like whether you spoke Spanish or not. So that's how I felt about it.
And then you think they said that he got over 135 million viewers.
Yeah,
and I think that Kid Rock got like 5 million.
If they tuned into Kid Rock, then y'all just the problem.
That's the perfect segue. So while this was happening, there was an alternative show put on by Turning Point USA, which actually presented Kid Rock. This show was put on to compete with Bad Bunny, and it failed miserably, I would say, just from a number standpoint.
And he looked awful. Just awful. He looked like, I don't even want to say what I was thinking, but no.
And on top of that, Trump was watching at Trump's watch party. They were watching Bad Bunny. They weren't even watching Kid Rock.
Because all he really wanted was to see something so he can complain about, but you couldn't even do that. You couldn't even do that.
He did anyway, but
that man has a problem with oxygen. You can't even argue with people like that. Like you can't. No reason at all.
I would love to be there to see his live reaction, because I wonder if he was just tapping his foot like in enjoyment, like low key, like just rocking his head, or like not that he could say it. Obviously, he went on Twitter and said the opposite, that it was terrible. But I wonder if deep down watching it, he like it's something you can't deny. Like, but he can't say, obviously. You get it? Like I wonder if he really felt happy about it.
I wonder where was the Trump that was trying to get elected that said, "I love Latinos."
I don't know where he is.
I don't know, because clearly now you're just showing you a hater. But
he also said he loved black people too. He'll say anything to get elected. I mean, to get people on his team. That's what he does. He lies.
It's the blatant disrespect. His ugly ass. Once again.
But overall, I would say that the performance was a huge success. Shout outs to Jay-Z and Rock Nation for putting together a good show this year. Again, like I said, the messages were powerful. And then it was like a history lesson on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Which is ironic that San Francisco, right? That's Spanish, which, California used to be Mexico. So there was a lot of disconnecting, messages that